My name is Tyrone, and my company name is Boss, and I have some Tarp Fang products for you. And we'll start off with we have fishing spool holders. There are different colors, gray, then we have red and blue, and then we have the tall stakes for like the tents that are over there. I mean the tarps, sorry, tarps. They hold down the tarps really well. And then we have just your regular tent stakes as well. The traditional type, they don't have the hooks. And then we have boat anchors here. The anchors actually hook on here, and this stops it from coming up. And this is not just for other items like your if you want to put like a bottle opener or something like that, but actually the rope would actually come down here, and then this will stop coming up. And then we have the smaller tent stakes, and these are for like your just your regular camping type stakes, but they do rotate. As you see, both of these do rotate, and it stops the wires from shearing. And then right here we have the umbrella holder. So these are, and we do have our longer stakes that come in different lengths. And so what's unique about these are very strong and solid heads where you can hammer repeatedly and it will not break. And then we also have like our wire plus our carabiners there, and we also have these little pins here, and these help the stakes stay in the ground better. I had my tarps up for a year now, and they don't pull out because of these pins, and they go opposite of each other. One goes that way, yes, and the other one kind of just goes the opposite way. It's easier to put in. You just kind of just kind of goes to one end and find it there, and then you kind of bend it down in the ground, bend it down towards the ground, and these will help as you're pounding it up. These kind of come up in the dirt like so as you're pounding, and it actually gets caught, it gets wedged in the ground, so they work really good. So I can demonstrate how these stakes work for you. I have an old one here that we've taken out plenty of times, and I do have, now the fishing pole holder, a lot of times you don't need these pins in there, but these are just for demonstration purposes. And I'm going to do it by just hammering in the ground, and some of this dirt is really hard, so it may take a while to get into the ground, but you'll know that these are durable. I'll start here, and I'll just start hammering away. I should have grabbed maybe like larger hammer, so I don't have to hammer so much. And you probably don't need to go down so far, but this is how all the stakes work, and the ones that also hold my tarps. So, of course you wouldn't need it to go so deep maybe, and you wouldn't use the pins, but I'm going to let you know, show you that these are really tough to get out of the ground. Okay, that's deep enough. And this is how deep you would go for the tarps. And so, right there, it's caught. It will not pull up. It will just not pull up. So, and in order to pull that up, we need that water bottle. They have a little hole here at the top of the cap, and what you would do is pour water down there and just saturate it really good. Wiggle until you see the water start coming up there, and you can take a hammer back and forth and just keep wiggling and kind of go up and down. See, it's really caught there. Those are those pins holding it in place. You see the water. Listen to that. That's the premise of how I'm a little tired. How these come up from the ground. Okay. Now these umbrella holders, they really come in handy because they hold it really well and they go down quickly. So if you have soft dirt, I'll just take this off real quick for you. Let's take that off. I can show you how. And this is the kind of wind we've got on Arizona. This is the wind. I mean, you get some wind, maybe not as strong as this, but it's really hot. You're gonna need an umbrella. So let's see. This one here has that little pin in there. So actually the pins are not this one here. But when you're going to put your umbrella down, you're not going to be staying there too long, so you don't need a pin in there to keep it down permanently. So, but this is how quick it is when we go fishing, and we fish at the aqueduct. And me and my brothers, we set up. They tell me, Tyrone, get the umbrella ready. We need some shade. So I would either, if it's soft dirt, kind of soft or medium dirt, I can go ahead and, do it this way. And it takes a little time unless you have should have got a thicker hammer. Of course, you get the idea. And it can go down as far as you need to go. Now, and then I would, take the umbrella and loosen this up a bit. Okay, and then just tighten her up, and boom, we got shade. Just that simple. You kind of need the rock out of the way. It does not go through rock. So I take one of these, wireless drill, a cordless drill, and I would make my pilot hole. Because that dirt can be really hard. And this is okay. And then I would go ahead and put you don't need the pins in this application because it's not going to stay on the ground too long. So I would go ahead and hammer. Oops, hammer down, and then there. It's pretty sturdy. Of course, the more you go down, the sturdier it'll be. Of course, this, and you can use as your fishing pole holder. And then there you go. You're good to go. And that's the same thing you would do with the umbrella holders. So these work very good and hard ground, but rocks, it doesn't go through rocks, of course. But you can't push the rocks out of the way if the rocks and dirt intermixed just by carrying a cordless drill and just a pilot hole. It'll make its way through there as you're hammering, but it will not go through rocks. Okay. And then I don't think I showed how. I think I did show you how you would get it out. But yeah, you would just pour water through. All of our products have the little hole in the cap, and you would just pour the water down in the hole to pull it out. Also, we have just a little demonstration of how I use the Tarp Fang deluxe kit for my tarps there, I have this here, a little demonstration. So if you need to put like an ATV or something like that, or wood and stuff like that, there's only like 5 stakes to it, and these stakes, they do rotate so it will not shear when the wind is, the winds are really hard to spare you. So you would easily just, after it's set up, it takes about half an hour, and then once it's set up, you would pull this over your, over your ATVs, your quads, wood, furniture, whatever you put out there, you would just like store, and you would just, voila, once it's so easy. So I go out in the winter many times to get wood, and I just want it to be really quick, so I go get my wheelbarrow, and I would just latch it there, latch it there, and pull it back. Now, I know it's a big tarp, so what you do, if you fold it right there, you can go in back of it, and pull this whole tarp, and it'll slide on these little rails that I have here. And it makes it really quick. And then once you finish there, the wind kind of helps actually because it pulls up on the tarp, and then there you go. You're able to fasten it really quick again. So that's how this tarp kit works. I do have different sizes of the fishing pole holders, longer and length. And so again, umbrella holders, tent stakes for small tents, boat anchor, fishing pole holders, tarps, stakes for bigger tarps, and there are conventional stakes for tents or whatever else. And that is a quick demonstration of